A significant shift in cyber threats has emerged as a China-linked hacking group intensifies its focus on government targets across Europe. This development raises concerns about the growing sophistication of cyber espionage tactics and their potential impact on national security. The group, identified as Ink Dragon, has been active since at least March 2023 and has ramped up its operations against various entities, particularly since July 2025. According to reports from Checkpoint Research, this group has successfully infiltrated multiple government and telecommunications organizations in Europe, Asia, and Africa. Their methods include the use of advanced malware like FINALDRAFT and ShadowPad, which enable stealthy intrusions and extensive data exfiltration. In this video, we'll explore the tactics employed by Ink Dragon, the implications of their attacks, and the broader context of cybersecurity challenges they represent. If you find this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. Timeline of Ink Dragon's activities. Since its inception, Ink Dragon has demonstrated a sophisticated approach to cyber espionage, marked by a series of calculated intrusions and the deployment of advanced malware. In March 2023, the group began its operations, initially targeting entities in Southeast Asia and South America. By July 2025, the focus shifted significantly towards European government targets, showcasing an escalation in their ambitions and capabilities. In early 2025, security researchers first identified the group, linking it to the use of a backdoor known as FINALDRAFT, which is designed to exploit both Windows and Linux systems. This malware has since evolved into a more advanced variant, enhancing the group's operational effectiveness. In addition to FINALDRAFT, Ink Dragon has utilized Vargite, a precursor malware, indicating a strategic evolution in their toolkit. Throughout 2025, Ink Dragon's activities included a 5-month-long intrusion into a Russian IT service provider, highlighting their operational reach and the diversity of their targets. The group has employed a variety of tactics, including leveraging vulnerabilities in internet-exposed web applications to deploy web shells, which serve as a foothold for delivering additional payloads and maintaining persistence within compromised networks. The attackers have demonstrated a keen ability to adapt their methods based on the environments they infiltrate. For instance, they have exploited predictable ASP.NET machine key values to execute view-state deserialization attacks, turning compromised servers into part of their command and control infrastructure. This strategic layering of compromised assets allows them to route traffic across different networks, thereby enhancing their operational resilience. Ink Dragon's use of multiple backdoors and tools such as ShadowPad and NanoRemote reflects a modular approach to malware deployment. This allows for tailored operations depending on the specific characteristics of each target. Notably, the group has engaged in privilege escalation techniques, including the exploitation of idle RDP sessions, enabling them to gain system-level access and exfiltrate sensitive data from compromised networks. As the group continues to evolve, its operational maturity is evident in the introduction of new malware variants with enhanced stealth and exfiltration capabilities. The integration of command frameworks that utilize encoded documents sent to victims' mailboxes signifies a shift towards more sophisticated command and control methods. The ongoing collaboration between cybersecurity entities, such as Checkpoint Research and Palo Alto Networks, has underscored the urgency of monitoring Ink Dragon's activities. This cooperation aims to dissect the group's tactics and mitigate the risks posed by their increasingly complex cyber operations. As Ink Dragon persists in its campaign, the threat model it represents challenges conventional defenses, necessitating a re-evaluation of how organizations approach cybersecurity in a landscape where each breach can serve as a node in a larger, interconnected attack infrastructure. The ongoing activities of the Ink Dragon hacking group underline a significant shift in the landscape of global security and the challenges faced by international organizations. As this China-linked group expands its operations, the implications for cybersecurity are profound and multifaceted. Ink Dragon's sophisticated use of malware such as FINALDRAFT and ShadowPad highlights an evolution in cyber espionage techniques that not only target individual entities but also create interconnected networks of compromised systems. This networked approach complicates the traditional understanding of security breaches, as each infected host can serve as a relay point for further attacks, effectively transforming a single incident into a broader security crisis. The group's ability to exploit vulnerabilities in widely used platforms, like IIS and SharePoint, raises alarms about the resilience of critical infrastructure. As organizations become increasingly reliant on digital systems, the potential for cascading failures grows, affecting not just targeted entities but also their partners and stakeholders across sectors. This interconnectedness necessitates a re-evaluation of security protocols and response strategies, urging organizations to adopt a more holistic view of cybersecurity. Moreover, the emergence of multiple threat actors, such as REF 3927, in the same victim environment suggests a competitive and chaotic cyber landscape where entities may be unaware of the full extent of their vulnerabilities. This scenario amplifies the risk of simultaneous breaches, making it imperative for governments and organizations to enhance their intelligence sharing frameworks and collaborative defenses. As Ink Dragon's operations continue to evolve, the need for proactive measures becomes critical. This includes investing in advanced threat detection technologies and fostering international cooperation to address the transnational nature of cyber threats. The cybersecurity community must adapt to the reality that breaches today are rarely isolated incidents. They are part of a larger ecosystem that can have far-reaching implications for global stability and security. In summary, the activities of Ink Dragon serve as a wake-up call, emphasizing the importance of integrated security strategies that account for the complexities of modern cyber threats. As organizations reassess their defenses, they must recognize that effective cybersecurity is not solely about protecting individual assets but about safeguarding interconnected networks that span the globe. Next steps for cybersecurity professionals. As the Ink Dragon campaign escalates, cybersecurity professionals must adapt their strategies to counter increasingly sophisticated threats. One immediate step is to enhance threat intelligence capabilities, focusing on the specific tactics, techniques, and procedures, TTPs, employed by this group. Understanding the modular nature of their malware, such as FINALDRAFT and its associated tools, will be crucial for identifying and mitigating potential intrusions. Organizations should prioritize the implementation of robust monitoring systems that can detect anomalous behavior indicative of lateral movement and command and control activities. Given Ink Dragon's use of compromised servers as part of their infrastructure, cybersecurity teams need to adopt a more holistic approach to network visibility, ensuring that they can identify not just local breaches but also potential links to wider attacker-controlled ecosystems. Additionally, regular security audits and vulnerability assessments should be intensified, particularly focusing on publicly exposed services like IIS and SharePoint, which Ink Dragon has exploited. By patching known vulnerabilities and misconfigurations, organizations can reduce their attack surface and thwart initial access attempts. Collaboration is another critical element. Cybersecurity professionals should engage in information sharing with peers and industry groups to stay ahead of emerging threats. By participating in threat intelligence communities, organizations can gain insights into the evolving landscape of cyber threats and share best practices for defense. Furthermore, training and awareness programs for employees must be enhanced. Given that human error often facilitates cyber intrusions, equipping staff with knowledge about phishing attacks and safe online practices can significantly bolster an organization's security posture. Finally, developing incident response plans that account for the possibility of multi-layered attacks is essential. Organizations should conduct tabletop exercises to prepare for scenarios where a breach could serve as a gateway to further exploitation across interconnected networks, ensuring a coordinated and effective response in the event of an incident. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals.